Hey friends, Allison Ramirez here, Christian author, editor, and content creator, here today to share with you my 2023 financial income. So this is the third video now that I've filmed. I started all the way back in 2021, which was the first year that I like to call like my self-publishing journey, author journey actually began. And so after that first year, I filmed a video and I was just really candid with how much money I made and all my different supplemental streams of income that have to do with my book publishing. And then I did a video again at the start of 2023 about the 2022 year, and here we are almost in August of 2024, and I'm now finally putting the video together from my last year's 2023 income, just to kind of talk to you about how that year went in the sense of how much money did I make, how much money did I spend. You'll probably recall if you watched my previous videos, each year I try to like slightly increase my goal. Again, I'm not necessarily doing this to make money, but you put a lot of hard work and effort into creating books and other resources, so it is good to get some compensation for that, I think, for all your efforts. So I'm gonna first share that in 2022, so my net income, this is after expenses and everything, was about $5,700. And my net income after expenses for 2023 was $4,980.51. So I actually made about, let's see, what is that? Like, I'm so bad at math. It was less than 2022 by about $800 or so. I think part of that, 2023 was a really crazy year for me. In life things. I had a lot of hard things going on in my life during that year, and so I really wasn't able to be all in for my books and editing and other things I do as I was in 2022 and 2021. In fact, I'm actually really frankly surprised that I made as much money as I did because there's just so much going on that year. I'm going to break it down to you on how much I made in each of my specific income stream categories. So let's start with articles. So I write articles for different magazines, blogs, journals. So in 2022, I made $100, and then in 2023, I made $225. So I actually doubled the amount of money I made there last year, which was great. I also continue to do online teaching. I think I mentioned that at the time of my last video, I was doing like part-time teaching English, like to ESL elementary students, working on their English skills and their creative writing skills. I was still doing that last year, but then in about a year ago now, about this time last year in July of 2023, I actually started working at Colby Academy, which is a online Ignatian classical education for homeschoolers, and I was teaching English to 8th graders. So I also had that. I actually switched from teaching with the ESL group. I switched to start teaching with Colby Academy to their 8th graders there. So in 2022, I made $2,500 with my online teaching, and then in 2023, I made $5,233.95. So definitely that new stream of income with Colby Academy did help to boost my income there as far as online teaching goes. Then editing. In 2022, I made $2,928. In 2023, I made $0. Again, that just speaks to the craziness of the year that I had. I was really focusing on getting my second book published in 2023, which I was successful. On St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, 2023, I launched my second book, which was my first ever fiction book called The Divided Kingdom. So I was really all about getting that book out. And as I mentioned, I started that new part-time job at Colby Academy, and I was still in school for my master's degree in theology, so I did absolutely no editing the entire year, which is kind of crazy to think about, because this year in 2024 has been all about editing. So it's funny how things change. Okay, next is books. So in 2022, I made $633. And keep in mind that was only having one book out, my prayer book on the rosary. And then last year I made $800.07. Again, that's with 2 books out this time. So a little bit of an increase there. And then I had actually quite a few additional expenses. So in past years, I was usually able to keep my expenses around like $500 or $600. But last year in 2023, I spent $1,278. Ouch. Way more than I probably should have. You're probably wondering, where did that money go? So I joined an academy, the Fiat Self-Publishing Academy, a great writers community, highly recommend. That group had a like kind of like an enrollment fee to the academy. I also had to pay to keep my website running. I had to pay to keep my video editing software running. I also was doing everything you have to do to get a book out in the world, like cover design, formatting, editing for my book. I also purchased a lot of like book launch gifts. Like I had character art bookmarks made for my book. I had some stickers that I purchased to give out to people who bought the book. And ordering author copies. So whenever you are going to sell your book, like on your own, like say at an event or mailing copies to readers, you have to first buy them from somewhere, from a book distributor. So that costs money. Yeah, but all in all, my net total was just under $5,000, $4,980. So I will say this year we're already more than halfway done with 2024, and I have already surpassed the income that I made last year in 2023. So I'm not going to give away the numbers yet. You'll have to wait until 2025 to hear my recap for this year, 2024. But again, I hope this is helpful. At this point, I'm 3 years in to the self-publishing Christian author journey. And so it's really nice to kind of look back over the years and see the progress that I've made slowly but surely. Hope this video is encouraging. Thanks so much for watching. Know that you're in my prayers as Christian writers, and I'm here to support you as best I can. Take care until the next one. Bye-bye. God bless.